All right, welcome guys. It's like 6:35 in the morning. I got a little later today into the job because it's not like a shift at 6 a.m. It's a shift at 7, and it's the first time for like 4 nights in a row where I actually slept like complete 8 hours, and it feels so good, bro. I mean, it's so much better to sleep well. I have clear mind, I have good ideas, and I actually want to go on with my life, right? So sleeping is more important than you probably think, but that doesn't matter right now. What matters is that I gotta catch up a lot of things, because yesterday during my 9 to 5 I got a call from a former client that I tried to get a case study from, and the guy is like, he's having a very good potential. He has a potential to grow the business because of a very good product. It's a very good idea, by the way, but he's this type of guy that doesn't get it with social media, with marketing, and with today's day and age technology. He just doesn't get it, right? So this is where I come in and I market him to the absolute moon. My goal is to actually scale him to like 100k a month, but I need to do it as fast as possible. And today I will try to prepare as much as I can to the sales call, because I was trying to do some free work for him and do a discovery project. This is the idea that you make a project that is free, some small project, you get results, so you build trust around that, and then you can charge money for the project, you know, because you've proven yourself. But the problem is, I have never really like not only proved myself, but I have never really I didn't yet change the phase from like a discovery project to actually be charging myself, you know. And this is a very big problem, because I became a little boy for free tasks. Especially I was working with this guy for a year now, so a lot of time, but I was half-assing because I was pissed he didn't pay me. But I knew I need to do some projects so that I convinced him to pay me, and that was sort of like this bubble of, maybe not misunderstanding, but dissatisfaction from both sides, because he was dissatisfied with the fact he does not have results yet, and I was dissatisfied with the fact that I'm not getting paid. So because in August I will finally have some space time, because I've got the ghost job and it's gonna get better. My plan is to scale him up as fast as possible and to get over with the project, collect the testimonial, and finally go ahead with bigger and better clients, right? That's my idea. And also, so the agenda for today is to find a way for that client. That's first. But second, because I need to prepare for the sales call we're gonna have on Friday, and to finally take the frame back, because I've realized that I am not in control of that relationship, and I'm not in control of that deal, and that's not how it's supposed to happen. I am supposed to take the frame and prove myself in order to get the money from the project, right? So the goal for Friday call is to take control and to take back the frame into my advantage, which I'm gonna be trying to prepare in upcoming days. But today, actually, because today I see the difference between working a 9 to 5 where I really have to sell almost all my time and I don't have any breaks, with working typical ghost job that I've got recently. And it's pretty painful, because today I have like 15 hours, 16 hours shift, And although this time I will have to literally work, I know it's like crazy for me to say this, but it means that there are not much breaks really, and you need to actually sell your time for those 16 hours. So you basically sell your soul for like pennies, right? And I was in that shit for like 6 months already, and I'm glad I'm leaving it. But after you discover truly a ghost job, you don't really want to go back, right? You don't really want to go back to the regular job after you seriously discovered what this type of ghost job gives you in the advantage, right? So that's the thing. So today, because I don't get to do my things a lot, and I don't get to have any breaks like in the typical ghost job, my idea is to continue with the mindset module from Imperium Academy from Charlie Morgan for today. Because yesterday, bro, I was watching a module of achieving omniscience, something like that. I can barely like even spell it, but it was, bro, that was good, you know. It was such a video that now I absolutely see things differently. And now I will tell you guys, it's like 90. I told it already yesterday, but it's 99% mentality. And if you don't have the mind right, you will not achieve what you want, because you will always self-sabotage. Basically what I've learned in that video is that in this reality that we're living in, basically nothing matters, right? Nothing matters. We have objective reality that has been subjective from the dawn of time by humans, and everything that we put meaning into and everything that we do has been created by humans and has been given a meaning by humans. So what does that mean? That means that every single thing that you call, like you have, you do, every single even thought that you have, it's your subjective reality. So every single one of us is living in a different reality created by themselves. And it's true, because if you try, you will never be able to agree with everyone, right? You will not be able to do that. If someone agrees with you on every single thing, then he's a liar, and it's probably fake. Because it is impossible for a human beings to live in the same reality, like one-on-one. It's impossible. Every single one of us, as I look at these people, have different experiences and have different beliefs because of that. And we have 3 types of beliefs. We have like knowledge-based beliefs, we have judgment-based beliefs, and we have identity-based beliefs. And the judgment-based beliefs and identity-based beliefs are the most important one, because they shape how you see the world, right? Every single experience is shaping how you eventually gonna act later in terms of your reality. And for this video, because it was like a 3.5 video long, and it was a lot of information, so I'll probably not be able to describe it here right now. But what was the most important thing was that I've learned a very important thing, that we are in control of our reality. We are truly in control of our reality, because it works like that. You have like even a reality ladder, when every single step by step, every single experience, every single thought, every single thing you do shapes your current reality. So that means you are living in a movie when you are the director of your own movie. And it is so important to acknowledge, because most of the people have the idea that life happens just to them and they don't have control over it, and it's actually wrong. And I was in that idea for a lot of time when I was working a 9 to 5. This is very scary with working that jobs, because you just go with the motion every single day. You put no intent into how your life is, and you think that everything just happens, right? Which is completely not true. We are the directors of our reality, right? We shape our reality, and we shape how we think, we shape what we do, and therefore we shape what results we get in this world, right? So that is very powerful, because now you can see that whatever you are dealing with, whatever problem you have, whatever pain you are experiencing about your life, about your results, about your reality, it's fixable. And it's super powerful thing to believe in, that your reality is fixable, and you get to choose what life do you want to live, you know? And you have to truly believe that, because if you don't, then nothing's gonna ever change. You're gonna live the same chaotic bullshit reality that you live right now. And that was a very powerful statement for me, and it opened my eyes and really helped me to achieve omniscience, right? Because now I look at my days completely differently. I look at my days more with intention, and I look at them so that I really achieve the things I want every single day, and I do things that help me do that, right? And it's not like the past months when I fucking procrastinated on content and didn't do it. And it's not like that, because this time I'm really moving with my days with intention, with the content, with a lot of things. And every single day I try my best to now perform the actions that get me closer to where I want to go on a daily basis. Because if I lose that consciousness, and I lose that awareness, and I lose that intention, then life just happens to me, and every single thing falls apart, and I'm getting far away from my goals rather than getting closer to them every day, right? Okay, I'm heading off into 9 to 5, so I'm a clock in, and I see you after the shifts. Okay, so I just go back from today 16-hour work shift. Tomorrow we work that shit again at 5 a.m. And I went out in the city to meet some girls for a party. And I just think, bro, that I need more fun in this journey. I cannot be that miserable forever. It's because of that fucking work attitude and this 9 to 5 and this burnout bullshit. You just go out and you don't really have fun. You see all these people performative and just being in this adulthood sphere. I just thought that it's very cool to have that inner child in you that he's still alive. I've lost my inner child, and that's very sad to me, but I have to get him back, because that energy is pretty good, and it's making me fun. But quickly, of the important things, because I just need to really go to sleep. I'm gonna fucking crash out tomorrow at this 16-hour work shift. Important things are that my environment is so fucking important. I now see that after also watching the Charlie Morgan modules. I see that whenever you have around you, or whoever you have around you, that it will influence you by the beliefs that they have. And I see that a lot, because when I was at my work shift today and I had the breaks that I really could take advantage of and work on my things, I had all these people around me, all these typical 9 to 5 workers, just sitting on their ass and scrolling TikToks. And I started scrolling Instagram myself, which is immediately after I caught myself doing that and doom scrolling for like an hour, I just thought to myself, what the fuck am I doing? And I just deleted the app completely from my phone. So I really will need to go through some good protocols to fucking rewire my brain before we go into that extreme part in in September. But for now, what I really want to get out of this day is that I would also like to learn, after I sort of get my life together a little bit more, or even right now, just to learn how to switch my moods and just learn how to switch the attitude that I'm supposed to go through in my day. So when it's the time to work and to focus and to really push and to grind, I need to have this attitude of being locked in. But when it's time to just go out with people, talk to some girls, and just have fun, literally, this is the mode to turn off my brain and just have fun. I'm telling you, I had so many awkward conversations, and like I was so fucking anxious and like insecure going out lately, because you know I'm out of high school and I'm really working at those jobs for so many hours. They sort of fuck up my brain because I'm all the fucking time just watching the water and slaving my way. But I realized how harmful this shit is on your mental health, and how soulless you become after you work so many hours and just basically become like a workie. It makes you soulless. So I totally believe how people are depressed today, and this depression comes from the life that you're living and the lifestyle that you have. If your lifestyle is just clocking into your 9 to 5s, it even can take away an energy of an 18-year-old kid. Can you imagine that? Like, I am 18 years old. I should have an energy of a fucking demon. I should go out, talk to as many people as possible, make a fool of myself, has this like youthful energy, you get me? And I even lose that through this work. So you can imagine how much it affects typical adults and typical people just going every day to the work. So all this advice that I hear, oh, enjoy the time you're young, your best years are when you're young. And they say that just because they live miserable lives, and they live in a reality that they hate because of the 9 to 5 and of the things that they have to do every single day that they hate. And what I realized today is that the key to all of this is to really have fun of both. Is to have fun of pushing myself to the absolute limits to accomplish as much as possible as I can, but also on the other extreme is to just have fun being around people and just fucking around for a little bit. Because what is life? Achieving like millions of dollars, getting all that success and all that you want, but you cannot even enjoy it. It's like, it sucks. It's, of course, it's better to be depressed and rich rather than to be depressed and broke. But if only, I think I should aspire to try to be both, to get rich as fast as possible, but also maintaining the fun side of things, and also maintaining my personality and not become this soulless fucking dork. That's what I want to achieve also through that journey, because lately, for the most part of my journey on the fucking high school dropout, I became a little bit more soulless, a little bit more like a nerd. I also became sort of ugly, as you can see, but we will fix that shit. I'm not ugly in my inner soul and in my personality, which I can reveal pretty quickly. So that's the biggest thing for today, is to have fun throughout the journey. Like, just let go a little bit and just push because you want to, not because you always have to. Because, you know, I know I have to go tomorrow at 5:30 for a 16-hour work shift. Yeah, I hate this, and I don't want to do this, but I know that when I push myself through this and I finally move out of my parents' house and I do what I want to do and I escape the job, then I'm gonna feel so much joy that I actually have purpose in this. And also, the content, the personal brand, gives me a lot of fun in the journey, because I can see right now that every single day has intention for me, because every single day brings some story. Every single day is a documentary for my content. So it actually even empowers the idea of having fun throughout the journey, right? That's the thing I realized. So that's all I want to say for today. Is that I realized I need to have fun of the process. I cannot only think about the outcome and how miserable I am and all these things. Let's enjoy the emotions. Let's enjoy the experience. Let's enjoy positive emotions and bad emotions. Let's enjoy everything that is around me and all the experience that I am getting throughout the journey, throughout the apprentice journey, because this is probably the most fun chapter, when I get to make mistakes, when I get to fuck around, when I get to do all those things. And I don't need to view it as a negative experience. In fact, I should view it as a perfect, good experience. I may be on some high right now, some fucking mood high. Tomorrow I'm gonna wake up at this 5 a.m. and think, fuck, I hate this job, I don't want to go there, but who cares? I need to go, and that's just a fact, so I might as well enjoy it, you know?